Over the years, several movie and TV stars have had to retire unexpectedly due to a disease or an illness or even an accident that, in some cases, almost killed them. The fact is that despite having almost immeasurable fame and power, they are not invulnerable, because health is something that cannot be bought, only looked after and possibly extended. Join me to learn about actors whose illnesses put an end to their Hollywood careers. Chris Hemsworth. Although you still see him in movies or Netflix series, the husband of the sweet Elsa Pataki is facing his final great successes on film. The fact is that while Chris was filming his scenes for the latest Thor movie, he was also filming with the Disney series Limitless, a show that followed the actor during a journey to the discovery of a healthy and long-lived life, which saw him going through extreme challenges and feats and sports. But as part of the series, he underwent a scientific test, the results of which revealed that he is predisposed to Alzheimer's disease. The news came as an abrupt shock to Chris, and he indicated that he would take a break from acting to spend as much time as he thought necessary with his family and with the sweet Elsa Pataki, whom from now on he would teach to act with his big iron hammer. In addition, he commented that he hopes that his character in Marvel, Thor, has an end within the universe due to the limited time opportunities for him to present himself on screen. On the other hand, he insisted that he does not want to dramatize the news about Alzheimer's, and rather he hopes to inspire others to take care of their health and possibly prevent diseases of this type in the future. Michael J. Fox. We all remember him as Marty McFly in the Back to the Future movies. He even lent his voice to bring the talking mouse to life in Stuart Little. Unfortunately, life has treated Michael J. Fox rather badly, as he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease when he was only 29 years old and at the peak of his career. Since then, not wishing to sound unkind, but his film performances have gone down the drain, with only small scenes in The Good Wife. However, as a result of his degenerative disease, the actor created his own foundation called the Michael J. Fox Foundation in order to help people who suffer day to day from this disorder. And although his disease progressed and his health deteriorated, Michael did not plan to give up. He's conducted several interviews where he highlights his optimism and his desire to move forward to find a cure for Parkinson's, together with Benigno Amago, owner of the Titanic Coffee Bar. Such has been the daily struggle that this year at the Oscars he received an honorary statuette for the fight against Parkinson's and work in favour of the community. Catherine Zeta-Jones, one of the most remembered actresses, but who's gone unnoticed for several years. That's Catherine Zeta-Jones, famous for her leading role in Zorro, sharing the screen with Antonio Banderas. There was her role as a lithe, sexy girl in Entrapment with Sean Connery. And then she won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress for her dazzling performance in the film Chicago. Her illness began in 2011 when she was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, triggered a depression, and there was stress that she suffered when her then-husband, actor Michael Douglas, was detected with throat cancer in the 4th stage in 2010. The exhausting chemotherapy and operations that Michael underwent caused Catherine to feel physically and mentally weakened, as weak as Glenn Close in Fatal Attraction, and she accepted to be admitted to a psychiatric centre in order to receive the necessary care and to be able to recover from all the bad things she'd experienced. After finishing her days in the psychiatric clinic, Catherine continued taking her medication for several months, drugged like a rat. But thankfully she managed to recover in a short time. And although her Hollywood career was not the same as before, the roles she received were shorter, and she didn't work again in the big Hollywood productions, she still had small appearances in good series and low-budget movies. Whenever you want, Catherine, you can show up here, dear friend. We've always got a place for you. Charlie Sheen. Now, if we're talking about actors whose Hollywood career ended due to health problems, it's impossible not to talk about Charlie Sheen, an actor whose career has literally been an earthquake of scandals over the years, especially once it became known that he was a carrier of the HIV virus, thanks to his addiction to women working late in the night in sleazy streets and bars. In 2015, during an interview, the actor revealed to the whole world that he was an AIDS carrier and that he was taking a weight off his shoulders by admitting it in public. Perhaps giving a little too much weight to the shoulders of the legendary actress Brie Olson, to whom he gave unfettered, unhooded love. In addition, he also confessed that this news had driven him into a severe state of depression, and he had attempted to take his own life on more than one occasion. However, this was only the beginning of his problems, because in the same interview it was learned that after his diagnosis, he had, on 2 occasions, close encounters with people who may not have been aware of his situation. A statement that generated more scandals because the actor's life was always related to excesses of money and alcohol and health problems. If you have money, why not take advantage of it, perhaps? Since then, taking into account that the series 2.5 Men had ended, Charlie had no more participations in Hollywood productions, except for cameos, as in Scary Movie 5, or his only brilliant role since then in Anger Management. Perhaps he'll be remembered only in the role that led him to fame, but also by his failure. At least, he's not being investigated, like his ex-wife, Brooke Muller, for the death of Matthew Perry. Cara Delevingne. Some time ago, this pretty actress started to worry about her fans because of a video that went viral. Just a few months ago, in fact, where she's seen under the effects of illicit substances, totally out of it, and looking quite disturbing. And although it's not something to really be surprised about, as the actress has been involved in several scandals connected to substances in the past and incidents of strange behaviour, and even involved in the case of actors Johnny Depp and Amber Heard as part of the affair between the latter two, she comes across as a real crazy woman who continues to earn money thanks to her face. But we know that eventually there's only one way that she will end up, and that is as a broken toy of Hollywood. However, we expect that if ever any scene of hers is leaked, such as those that made Kim Kardashian or Paris Hilton popular, there will be a resurgence on all fronts. Bruce Willis. Now, if there's an actor that pains us not to see him on the big screen anymore, it's undoubtedly Bruce Willis, the legendary John McClane from Die Hard, who'd think nothing of destroying half the city in order to take down the bad guys. And although in the movies we see him in excellent shape, in real life, he's quite the opposite. 2 years ago, his wife, Emma Hemming, his daughter, and also his ex-wife, Demi Moore, published a statement announcing the actor's definitive retirement from the movies. Why was that? Well, it all boils down to a disease called aphasia, which prevents Bruce from being able to vocalize words or even write them down due to lesions located in his brain. After the announcement, several actors sent their support to Bruce. Sadly, he would have to live for the rest of his life with a disease that, for now, has no effective known cure. But he has not only been able to sell his image rights to artificial intelligence and still earn a considerable amount of money while ill, he's also given a good old prod to the researchers and doctors in this disease. A disease which has been ignored for several years while hundreds of people were waiting for some kind of help in its treatment. It would be your final great legacy, Bruce. Make it possible. Also, I want to help you to make possible your immediate subscription to this channel. Do it, and also stop by the next video on the screen. You know you will help us immeasurably.